"Sir, I've seen this before. That man's no friend." Marcus Bell's voice was low but steady as he opened the rear door of the sleek black SUV. Celeste Morgan, billionaire CEO of Morgan Technologies, froze with one foot on the sidewalk of the Manhattan financial district. The morning sun gleamed off her pearl-white heels, but all eyes were on the man standing beside her, the company's vice president, Gavin Stone. Celeste narrowed her eyes. "You're my driver." "Drive." Marcus didn't flinch. Years behind a badge taught him how to read people, and Gavin Stone's handshake this morning reeked of nervous sweat. But here, dressed in a tailored suit with diamond cufflinks, Gavin looked untouchable. The two security guards behind Celeste shifted uncomfortably, unsure how to react. Marcus simply held the door. But what Marcus said next? It would turn the entire company upside down. The ride to the corporate tower was silent, except for the rhythmic hum of tires against pavement. Marcus's eyes stayed fixed on the road, but his mind replayed the scene from the underground garage last night. Gavin Stone. Alone. Whispering to a man in a dark sedan. A silver briefcase exchanged hands. Confidential files. Money? Marcus wasn't sure. But one thing was clear, this wasn't the first time he'd seen betrayal dressed in silk. Celeste scrolled through her phone, oblivious. As they pulled into the private entrance, Gavin leaned toward Celeste with a smirk. "I hope your driver doesn't think he's part of the board now." The guards chuckled. Marcus opened the door, his jaw tight. "Ma'am," he said calmly, "I don't care about your board. But your company? Someone's playing you." Celeste's eyes darkened. "If you speak again, you're fired." But what happened inside that building? It would silence everyone. By noon, the Morgan Technologies headquarters buzzed with tension. Whispers floated through glass hallways like smoke. Gavin Stone strutted through the executive floor, all charm and confidence. But in the security office 2 floors below, Marcus stood with Director Elena Cruz, the head of internal investigations. He shouldn't have been there. Drivers weren't allowed in restricted zones. But Elena recognized him. "Marcus Bell," she said quietly, scanning his ID. "You're that Marcus Bell?" "NYPD Internal Affairs." "Was," Marcus corrected. "But some snakes slither too close to the sun. I lost that badge." Elena pulled up surveillance footage. Grainy but clear, Gavin handing over the briefcase in the parking garage. Celeste's voice echoed through the hall as she approached. "Why is my driver in security?" Gavin followed, smug as ever. But when the screen lit up, the room froze. On the screen, Gavin's betrayal played in brutal detail. The briefcase, the whispered exchange, the forged signatures. Celeste's face went pale. Is this today's contract?" Her voice cracked. Gavin's smirk faltered, but he recovered quickly. "This means nothing. He's just a driver." Marcus stepped forward, his voice sharp. "Ma'am, that's the deal with Orion Corporation. The competitor who's been underbidding you all quarter." Celeste spun to Gavin. "Is this true?" Gavin crossed his arms. "You're going to trust him? Over me? Over someone who built this company by your side?" Without warning, Gavin grabbed the bottled water from a nearby table and splashed it into Marcus's face. "Know your place, driver." The guards didn't move. Elena didn't move. But Celeste did. Slowly. She whispered to her chief of security. "Escort Mr. Stone out. Effective immediately." The next morning, Marcus arrived at the office parking lot as usual. His uniform crisp, his expression unreadable. But today, there was no SUV waiting. Instead, a sleek black sedan with government plates idled by the curb. Celeste herself stood beside it, no entourage, no smug executives. Only her, holding a simple envelope. "You warned me," She began, her tone softer than he'd ever heard. And I humiliated you. In front of everyone. Marcus stayed silent. Celeste offered the envelope. Inside, a contract. Discreet, private. A consulting position under an internal code name. Marcus Bell, Special Advisor, Corporate Security. No press. No announcements. But from now on, her eyes met his. You sit in the rooms where decisions happen. Marcus nodded once. No smile, no boast. Just quiet presence. As he walked past, Celeste added. They finally see you, Mr. Bell. And for the first time in years. Marcus let them. Marcus Bell didn't raise his voice. He didn't seek revenge. He simply stood firm in the truth, and in the end, that truth changed everything. Sometimes, the quietest person in the room sees the loudest betrayal. Never underestimate those society chooses to overlook. If you believe dignity speaks louder than titles, subscribe now, share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more stories like this.